Oriol, we are
Yeah.
back, and this time it's a question which comes out of two of our older videos. So the first one is about load balancer. So how can I load balance, and especially when I'm using load balancer with certificates and secrets, how can I store it? So my question for today, or my both questions for today to you, is which TSS certificate should I use, and can I bring my own certificates to my AKS load balancers, and where should I store them?
Sure. So let's try to answer this one. First of all, I would like to differentiate between the load balancer and the Ingress controller that you will have in your AKS hybrid service, right? So the first thing that you will get in front of your cluster is a standard layer 4 load balancer that gets created. Its purpose is to distribute requests, incoming requests to any of the exposed service via a load balancer public IP to any of the nodes of your AKS hybrid cluster. Okay, so there is no certificate management in that scenario. It has several choices. I think we've already mentioned that in some other questions. Like by default, we are going to be deploying a cluster, an HA proxy cluster in front of your AKS hybrid deployment that will act as this kind of layer 4 load balancer to distribute the request. You have also the possibility of bring your own load balancer solution. Yeah. So if you have your own hardware load balancer or you have a different solution, you can disable the creation of this HA proxy and connect your load balancer instead to distribute those requests. Okay. So in that scenario, we don't have certificates. Then quite often we will have an Ingress controller or services exposed inside Kubernetes will be exposed through TLS interface, SSL, and they will require certificates. This will happen at layer 7. Your Ingress controller will probably be the point where those certificates are exposed to incoming requests. To that purpose, you can use and deploy the TLS certificates that you own, either as Kubernetes secrets, but like we mentioned in previous questions, you could also integrate with things like Azure Key Vault, for instance, for managing those certificates for you. Those certificates would then be downloaded as and injected to the Ingress controller pods at runtime, and they would be used for the TLS handshake with your customers. So to answer your question, yes, you can bring your own certificates. You can use existing certificate management tools like Azure Key Vault to present certificates and inject them into the pods. You could deploy your own certificate manager infrastructure like Let's Encrypt or another within Kubernetes and distribute and manage the lifecycle of those certificates through those. So all of those scenarios are supported.
Okay, perfect. Then let's check that question and ask our customers and friends for the next ones.